Today we are going to be using this Bowler LumberLoon deck with the Evo E-Drag, and if you're in like the 5,000 trophy range, this is the perfect deck for you to push all the way up to like 10k even if you play it well enough. Alright, so we have Ice Wizard, Lumber, and stuff. Alright, it seems he used it before us, so I'm just going to freeze. I know it's still going to get like one hit onto our tower, but at least we minimized most of the damage. There wasn't too much I could do right there, so yeah, that's all we could do. But it's fine because this deck is sort of like a beatdown deck, and you could catch opponents off guard due to how fast the LumberLoon combo is. So hopefully I'm able to demonstrate that really soon, especially in double elixir. Alright, I'm just going to E-Drag like this. I thought that was a musketeer. Unfortunately, I would have placed the E-Drag much higher to support the Lumberjack, but I mean the Bowler, but unfortunately I didn't. Okay, at least the mini prince, wait, it's called the little prince. Yeah, I just go by like how the card looks and not the name. Okay, we do force out the Lumberjack, so that's nice. You can't really pair it up with the balloon anymore. That means I'm able to go with the Loon. The Bowler will just knock down the witch. Okay, I'm going to do this now, and yeah, as you can see, this deck is too easy to play. Bowler is just way too good against the witch because of the AoE damage that it does. I'm just going to do this and then the E-Drag like this to just keep stunning the Magnite for as long as possible. And I probably didn't even need to bar barrel that. That's just the potential of the E-Drag. I'm going to have to do this and freeze like this now. Okay, I'm not going to do anything else because I need to defend that. Alright, I didn't even need to freeze actually because we didn't even take any tower damage except for the bomb damage. Okay, now we just have to defend this pretty lightly and we will call this a day. I think this guy is amazed at how well we defended. This clearly just shows how good this deck is, and yeah, let's hop into the next one. Alright, we are about to assert dominance, just like how Sir Tag says. Shout out to Sir Tag. I don't even think he needs a shout out because like he's way bigger or like more popular than I am. But yeah, he's a really chill and nice guy. Okay, he's going to guards. That's a terrible guards because my bowler will just roll them down, and then as well as get a lot of tower damage. He's forced to prince like that. I'm not sure why he did that. Okay, either he's never used a bowler or never encountered one. It's kind of unfortunate for him though, because we're about to win this match fairly easily. I'm not going to do that. I think I should have, but I didn't really expect it. Alright, I'm going to have to just hog this. I mean NATO the hog to the tower. Can't really do too much against his wall breakers though, because our deck is kind of heavy and I can't really cycle to the next bowler. Maybe I could have bar barreled, but my timing is just that bad, or my reaction speed. But we will still be able to take his tower down pretty easily. It's only a matter of time. Alright, E-Drag does chain onto the tower, and Ice Wizard does get onto the tower as well. What's so nice about the Ice Wizard is that it just slows down the troops really nicely to buy us time to use our freeze spell or something like that to like clutch up the defense. Alright, he's definitely going to bats. I'm pretty sure he is going to bats. I kind of dropped my iPad. Sorry about that if I made any sounds. But yeah, this is just another demonstration of this deck being very annoying to deal with while being strong at the same time. Alright, I'm going to do this now, and yeah, he doesn't have any time left. I might just troll a bit by freezing this. It's just such a fun deck to use, and yeah, what do you guys feel about the freeze? Because the vine is going to take over its place like terribly or insanely badly. Basically, the freeze is kind of useless now, or it's always been useless for the most part, and only viable in these types of decks. Okay, we're against Sushi Monster. Oh wait, Sushi Taco. Okay, we don't really have a good cycle in hand, so yeah, fortunately he did use the prince, so we are able to at least respond with the bowler. He zapped our E-drag. Decent zap. I'm not sure if he's trying to cycle or something, but I guess it worked. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, okay, I'm going to Ice Wizard this to kind of defend first, and then I'm going to LumberLoon. I'm just going to ignore that because my Ice Wizard is going to deal with that. Okay, really nice. Alright, he's out of Elixir and he can't really do much. And our Loon's just gonna get raged up by the lumber spell. Oh my god, it's got the rage spell. Yeah, my brain is like kinda blanking right now, so pardon me on that. I'm just going to cycle a bar barrel like this in case he drops a prince. At least it could tank a shot from the prince. I'm just going to wait it out actually, unless he gives up. I'm just going to do this now because I'm pretty sure he gave up because he can't really do too much. I'm going to cycle to the Lumberjack instead of the E-drag because Lumberjack does way too much DPS compared to the E-drag. And I just want to end this game much faster. And yep. Okay, hopping into our next match. Wait, what's up with all these wall breaker decks? I'm not sure what's up today, but there's way too much wall breaker decks than I expected. Alright, I'm just going to use Ice Wizard because it's a pretty cheap card to cycle, and I don't really mind like using it. Okay, he's going to do that. So I'm going to bowler like this. I also noticed he has the mirrored archer. So he basically used 4 elixir for nothing, to be honest. Okay, going to E-drag like this now. He does not know what's to come. Alright, I think he misplaced the Tesla, unless I am wrong. Yeah, he did. Okay, that's beautiful. Balloon gets a hit. That's really nice. And the bowler is going to take down the Tesla. And my E-drag does get another hit onto the tower. Okay, I'm going to Lumberjack like this, just in case he places wall breakers. I want to clear out the Valkyrie as soon as possible so that the Lumberjack focuses on the wall breakers if he does place them. I'm going to eat Ice Wish now, and I don't really need to worry about the wall breakers because I have Bar Barrel, which should fully counter them unless he uses them to block something. But I'm not going to E-drag right now. Bro, did this guy give up as well? Okay. This deck has too much aura. I don't say this word, but it's just the truth at this point. And I'll see you in the next match. Okay, we're against Antiz. Hopefully he's decent and give us a run for our money. I think that's how they say it. But anyways, I am going to do this. Okay, Lumberjack, I think, is placed a little too high, so that kind of sucked. Alright, E-drag does take everything down. Okay, I'm not going to do anything. I don't think that E-drag is going to land a hit. Okay, beautiful. And I'm going to boulder like this. Okay, seems like he has max elixir now, and he's dropping a furnace like that, so I will have to space out my cards a little to avoid the furnace splash. Alright, that's kinda getting annoying. Ooh, that was an insane tornado. And if you use your tornado right, this is the outcome that you will get. Alright, I'm going to freeze for the first time in a long time, ever since I played this deck. And this will literally tell you, this is how easy this deck is, and this is how you are able to push to 10k with this deck. We are in around 5k trophies, so do expect this range to be a little bit easier, but as long as you play patiently, you will definitely win every single match, unless they're like a very good player. Alright, I'm not sure if he gave up already, so I'm just going to E-drag like this. Okay, he did not give up, but doesn't matter because I'm going to LumberLoon like this. He's pressuring that lane. I am totally fine with that. I'm going to bowler. Okay, he's going to let that tower go down, and I'm going to tornado this to kill the, how do you say, the firecracker. Alright, I think that was a kinda bad ice whiz by me because I kind of placed it towards the E-drag chain. Alright, we'll still win this deck either way and call it a day, you know. Alright, Won't have to needle this. Okay, that is way too close. Alright, Pekka does get a hit, unfortunately. I don't know what my iPad was doing. Going to freeze like this, and then our rage should definitely clutch up. Yeah, too easy. And let's hop into one more actually. Okay, we're against Hamid with that below. Okay. Going to Ice Spirit up high, Ice Wizard up high, and then see if he drops anything. Alright, he's going to do that, so I'm just going to needle it. Alright, seems he has that, but I don't think it's going to. Yeah, that was a bad freeze by him. We'll drop our own freeze now. Unfortunately, our wizard dies, but we will drop 4 big bombs onto his tower, and his tower is gonna go by now. Okay, going to bowler like this. Yeah, oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, he still has to respond to the bowler, so let's see what he has. Okay, of course, LumberLoon as well. I think he's using the Psycho version, which is a pretty high skill deck to use. Meanwhile, we're just chilling, you know. I'm going to. Okay, I built tornado. Don't be like me, okay? Going to firecracker like this to just absorb the shot, and I'm going to E-drag like this because I'm pretty sure, yeah, he does that. He might freeze though. If he freezes, I'm not gonna freeze. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what he's doing. He shouldn't have done that in front of my E-Wiz. E-drag, I mean. That's just disrespectful. That was a good pull. He pulled my lumberjack from my balloon so that my balloon doesn't get raged up. Probably unintentional, but he successfully did something. Okay, yeah, as you can see, wizard and E-drag combo is just very good at delaying troops. I mean, yeah, delaying his cards from getting onto the tower. Right, now it's going to be game over now because he can't really do much. Our E-drag does chain on into the firecracker, and this is GG's. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and use this deck if you guys have it leveled up. And I'll see you in the next video.